What's going on, guys? So when you're racing your buddy's Toyota Corolla and you decide to slam into second gear and you get that second gear grind, you contemplate darkness's sweet embrace. But don't worry, I have a solution for that. It's a well-known solution if you haven't done it already. It's one of the first mods a lot of people do, is the clutch delay valve removal. So what it really entails is you got your slave cylinder right here. I already removed all the airbox. So it's right here. I already removed all the airbox, and just to give us a little bit more room so we can actually get at it, make things a little bit easier. So what's going to happen is what that delay valve does is governs how fast your clutch can actually hit the flywheel. So that causes excessive clutch wear but saves the transmission wear, so that's kind of a catch-22. So let's get on to doing the rest of this. First step though is remove basically almost all your intake, except for this bottom portion right here, unless you really want to, and that will give you a little bit more room. Alright, so one of the first steps after you remove all the intake is to disconnect this line right here going to the slave cylinder. And what we're going to do is try to minimize how much air gets into the system, so as long as you're not a loser, you know where this is going to go. So here is your reservoir for your clutch fluid. We're going to pop that open. Looks like I need to change that sooner or later. And what that's going to do is cause air to flow down the line and not go back into the line when we disconnect it. And we're going to try to cap that with one of these screw protectors. I think this is a 1/4 inch or a 3/16, I forgot the size. So hopefully it's the right size, and let's see it happen now. You can see here I have an adjustable wrench on here because I don't have the right size wrench. You're going to try to take your 10mm wrench, put it on the nut, and get it the right way. There we go. Alright, pull towards you and stop the coupler nut from moving on you. That's pretty loose, so I get my hand now. Well, looks like I'm not going to be able to cap that off. Oh well, I need a new clutch fluid anyway. Alright, now that it's done leaking, let's get these mounting bolts off. And there it goes. Get it later.
That's moving.
Yep. Then the only thing that's really going to be holding it in place is the actuator arm.
There you go.
Are you a real mechanic? You get every bolt every time?
Now what?
Move this out of the way.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you pulled it out.
Yep.
There it comes. There we go.
There we go. That's it. Clear screw. Alright. Now, the real big thing behind this is we gotta take off this cap right here. It's a good idea to take a socket, small socket, like an 8mm socket, tap it a couple times, brace a PB blaster on it, just to help loosen it up. And then there's going to be a little clip inside of here that we have to get with a hook or a pick. And then we'll be able to take out the assembly inside, take out the valve, put it all back together. So I'm gonna get this ready, the socket and the PB blaster, and then we'll see what happens. That should knock it loose pretty good. Hopefully enough. And we'll let it sit, let the PB blaster work its way, and then come back to it. Now we let this thing sit for a while, let the PB blaster work in. There's a little clip on the inside here. So we just gotta try to ease that thing out with a hook. Like this is a Harbor Freight set. It's like $4. Definitely worth it as long as it works. Maybe use a flat blade screwdriver, but just kinda gotta get behind it. See if you can get it out. This is the biggest, like this is the most trouble that you're gonna have is with this guy right here. Alright, now you gotta get this cap off. Like I said, just gotta use some needle nose pliers. If you got angled needle nose pliers, that'd probably be even a little bit better. But get a good grip on them. And you gotta wiggle it. And then just pull out. Which if you're lucky enough to drive a Honda and get a girl, you know, playing about pulling out and being a dumbass. I can get the hold on these. This is like real. If you don't have the right tools, like me, 90% of the time, it makes the job a little bit harder. But little by little, it's getting out.
Yeah, I can see a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything left of it.
There we go.
Thank God. Alright.
So there it is. There's a cap that's mangled, but yours will be too. So then, see that little white bastard? That's the valve. So, gotta get another pick, something. You can try to get it out like this. But honestly, one of the best ways to probably get this out is just to drive one of these picks or a drill bit or something, put a screw through it, and then pop it out. Oh, there we go.
There we go. I see what you did.
Yep.
Just kind of stuck it to the side.
Yep. So, that's basically it. See, it's empty.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can basically just put it on the cap and put on the clip, install it, bleed it, and then we're good to go. Here's our reassembly. So we're going to put the cap back in. Push it down. There we go. Get our C-clip. Let's go one side in first. Can be a bit tricky. Screwdriver to help it along.
make sure you push it down, right?
Yep. Looks good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm going to grease up the pivot real quick, just because it looked really, really shitty. So I'm going to use some ollie grease, grease this guy up. Then we're going to put it back in, bleed it, and then we're good. And then we're going to go for a quick drive.
See how much horsepower?
Yeah, how much horsepower.
20 wheel.
So, I mean, your clutch shouldn't slip anymore. You should have more, or you should have better gear shifts, higher RPM, and be able to smoke your tires in second gear.
It's gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, well, all right.
Let's go, Lut.
All right, so here we are back installing the slave cylinder. We got our mounting bolts tied down all the way with the actuator arm pivot installed all the way, and now we're just tightening up the line. Then we'll be ready to bleed. So we're going to get done with this. Again, have another wrench, pull that coupler, and then tighten down the nut. So we're going to get that done, and then we're going to start bleeding. All right, guys. So here we are to the final step. Zep Spatus is in the car, getting ready to pump the clutch and refill the reservoir, which we have already done for the first time since we installed this. I'm getting ready to crack open the bleeder after Zep gives it a couple pumps. All right. I think I got it right. And here comes the fluid. Okay. Only a little should come out. It's going to take a couple tries, especially since we basically drained our entire system and it have air filled with it now. So, premise of this is to keep this process going until there are no air bubbles in this line. So this is a 1/4 inch IED. Zep, constant motions. He's hitting the pedal like he's beating off, I swear to God.
Oh, that's great.
All right. So yeah, just keep doing this until there's no air bubbles left in this clear line right here. I have a decent container for it, and then once it's solid fluid, you're good, and go out for a test drive. So we'll be right back when we're done with that. So we're done bleeding the clutch. I have about 50,000 miles on this car, a little bit more than that, and there is some dirty clutch fluid in here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, not a bad thing just to do this all at once if you got that many miles. So, mission successful. We got to put everything back together. We're going out for a quick ride, see if there's an improvement or not. I hope there is. And, ready?
Yeah, let's go. I'll do this, Steve.
All right. First impression. Is it harder to press? No.
It's the same?
Yeah, it's the same.
Damn it.
Oh. It's a lot more, what do you call it? The clutch is a lot more reactive to what you're actually doing. Like, you always felt like there's something off about your shifting or something when you're driving this car before this mod, but it is a lot better. Oh yeah, a lot better. I am actually really happy I did this. It's not a huge difference, it's still subtle, but everything just feels so much more correct about the clutch play.
Exactly doing differently.
So with the clutch delay valve, it would monitor how fast your clutch can actually hit the flywheel. We took that piece out, so now where your pedal moves or where your foot moves is how fast the clutch is actually hitting that flywheel.
Oh, okay, so there's no delay.
Right.
That's why it's called clutch delay valve?
Yes. Exactly.
I don't know why that literally just
I
hit
hope this
me.
video helped you to see what you could do to improve your Civic. It is a great improvement, actually. Like, I'm not going to say night and day, but damn near. Like, I don't have to worry about misshifting ever again, I think.
There's no delay.
No, not at all.
Perfect.
So, as fast as your foot moves, as fast as your clutch moves. So,
Pretty cool.
yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, especially because it was, what, free?
Yeah, free.
Yeah, just pretty much free mods.
Tools, like $4
Yeah.
worth of tools.
Yeah,
that.
if you have tools, it's free.
Yeah,
So, I mean, anything you can do to make your car better, right?
for free.
For free.
Because I own a Civic and I'm poor.
Until you still own a Civic, but you make money, and then you do a swap.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, what do you guys say, Steve? We're all good?
Yeah, we're all good. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the video, please like it, subscribe, share the video, let more people know about this.
Give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up. You got anything to say?
No, we'll just catch you guys later, all right?
All right, have a good one, guys.
Peace out.